Oh, hey, hi. Sorry, I'm just finishing up a snack here. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. How awesome is that? Who would have thought I would be posting live in salon regimens and techniques here at Curly Hair Alchemist Studio in Dobbs Ferry. I am the owner, but it's not about me, it's about you. In this video, you're gonna see with my client Nicole, who was super generous to letting me film her while being in the salon. We're gonna go over her density, her texture, and her porosity. All live, no filter, no acting whatsoever. There's a little bit of editing just so you don't hear me go on my rants because I talk. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell so you receive notifications. And you can also find me on Instagram at Curly Hair Alchemist. And I look forward to connecting with you. Comment below. Let me know how it works for you. And all the best to you. Happy hair days. Take care.
It's just funny sometimes waking up in the morning and they're like, ooh, girl. Ooh.
What happened?
Yeah.
Who did this to you?
Yeah, so it's definitely funny to see everyone's journey and how different it is.
Yeah. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me live. I got the ring light on my client here, Nicole. She's super new, super awesome. So Nicole, so basically your story is you've gone to Dominican salons, you're worried about breakage, you're worried about hydration levels. Your hair has length, so clearly you're growing length, which is a great sign that your hair is doing a great job, but you want it to be better, correct?
Yeah.
I see, that you have a lot of different lengths around your hairline, okay, and you have different texture here too. Like your surface texture is a little bit more rippled, where your surface texture in the back is more smooth.
Yeah.
Okay. I would definitely say your texture is a blend of coarse and medium texture. So that's great. So what I'm gonna do is once I hit the water onto your hair, I'm gonna be able to see what your porosity is. Okay. So porosity is pretty vital to how your hair absorbs. That means that the way that your hair is going to absorb the water is going to indicate how your cuticle is laying, if it's laying really tight or if it's laying much more on the open side. So your hair is really dense. You have a lot of hair, And so you're cleansing about how often a week?
Like once to twice a week.
Once to twice a week? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My hair, it's just like a regular Pantene shampoo conditioner.
Okay.
And then once every other week, I'll use a Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner. So that's pretty much it. And then after, I'll put an African Pride oil in my hair. And then an olive oil cream for breakage. But then that's pretty much it, unless I'm slicking my hair back.
Basically the results of the regimen that you're on right now is repelling water. So your hair absorbs water because it gets flat and it shrinks. Okay? So you lose the volume and you get absorbed, right?
Yeah.
You can see that your hair's wet. But I can see right off the bat that the water is also sitting right on top of the hair, which is why you're already starting to frizz.
Yeah.
And especially at the very ends here, your hair is not absorbing as much as we want it to.
Yeah.
I can already start seeing better results. Even just by rinsing your hair from the clarifier, your hair is now clumping into a curl formation where before your hair was looking a bit disheveled. I feel like I've done so many before and afters. What's the next
the next big thing?
Yeah, what's the next thing? And then I was, thinking, I was like, I need to just I need to show the journey on how I got someone's hair from this to that.
The whole process.
Do you see the difference in your curl formation now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're holding water and now you're holding curl. I'm gonna go in with a cleanser called Hydrating Hair Bath by Sense. Guys, I don't have the bottle because it's a big jug. So I used quite a bit of it because you have quite a bit of hair. You know, if I want to get a shoe put on a foot, I got the right size shoe to get on your foot, right? So, yes, a little bit goes a long way, and you see how I'm adding that water? That water is really gonna spread whatever is left to be touched by this product. So I dilute it so it's not so heavy, but it's it's full coverage. I'm doing from roots to ends. I've opened the pH of the hair a little bit more with the clarifier, and now I'm gradually closing the pH to be a little bit of a little bit on the heavier side. Okay, so it's not going to weigh you down in the beginning when you're trying to meet that moisture, but I can definitely see that this cleanser in the future could be switched out for something lighter when we start getting those oils balanced at your scalp. Feel your hair.
Oh wow.
Right? What does your hair feel like after getting clarified and cleansed?
It's smooth. Definitely moisture has been added to it, and like when I run my hands through it, like I don't feel little pieces of hair coming out. Like before, I would just go in and be like, oh wow, look at this. But like now it's kind of like, okay, it's not coming out my scalp.
Yep.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, that's great. See? A conditioner called Color Radiance Daily Conditioner by Sense. Okay, this is gonna be my go-to. Everyone's super stoked I'm sharing. They're like, thank you so much. Yeah.
So how often should you wash and condition your hair? Like for someone that goes to the gym 3 to 4 times a week and is pretty active and has a dog and, you know, it's around germs and people all the time.
Because everybody is different and not one size fits all. So my advice for when you're a gym person is, if you want to take care of your hair the right way and get away from being around so many germs, I would recommend actually wearing what's called a buff. It's B-U-F-F. You can find them on Amazon. But what they are is they're basically like a hair sock for your head. And so they are a headband, but they pull over the whole head. And they cover you, and they don't make you hot or sweaty. They just basically protect your hair. So I would recommend covering your hair so you don't even have to worry about washing it, because nothing's gonna touch your hair, and then you can just wash your buff. Okay? So you see, as I detangle, I'm focusing at the ends of the hair first. This is all the hair that's shedded. That's it.
Oh wow.
That's it.
I feel like that's like not even like a third of what usually comes out of my hair.
When you detangle, you want to be very, very gentle, and you're also, you know, witnessing that this product is very easy to work through. There's a question asked that there's no water being applied during the conditioning. I don't have to add the water because her hair is really holding it. So right now I'm just detangling, and her hair's not fighting against me because we did a thorough cleansing, and her ends aren't tangling at all. Now, if this was a different head of hair, then I would be having a different conversation, but this is Nicole's awesome ends right now. Give your hair a feel after the condition.
Oh wow.
Now I'm gonna add a cream. Okay, I'm only using the size of a nickel.
Oh wow.
Okay, not that much, guys. I think we are a little too heavy-handed. I am also guilty of it, but I don't need to use so much because your hair feels so good. And I'm gonna get up towards this hairline where your hair is a little bit more resistant to water. Easy. This is something you can do whether you're in the shower, which I recommend, because then you have a continual source to water.
The top is definitely a little bit more, I think, coarse or thick than the back of it, which I find very interesting because I put the same stuff on over my entire head.
Right.
So it's weird that it would feel different in one part than the other when it's the same head. You know what I mean?
Right. And I can enlighten you to why that is. I want to use the papaya slip, which is a really nice lightweight holding gel, but I call it more of a custard because it's not clear like a gel. And I'm going to just basically rake this all in. Okay. And your hair feels different in different areas because the top of the head is being exposed to the atmosphere a lot more than your bottom. It's like the canopy to your tree, right? So the leaves at the top of a tree are definitely going to have a lot more changes in its leaves. There's going to be all sorts of weathering from the wind. And so the top can definitely act different. Okay, so I go through that one section. I'm now done with that section. I go to the next. Here's your top, right? Now we're at your top, and your top actually feels really great. Feels really smooth, and it's holding that water. And I'm adding more of the papaya slip on the top here. And, you know, hair doesn't need to be perfect because it already is, because it's you, right? You have to just like love your embellishments. Okay, so I added that little bit of water, but you notice it wasn't a rinse. Like I didn't rinse your product out. Think of it as just more of a sprinkling. Okay. So what I did at the hairline, I did a little bit of twirling. If you notice that, I took smaller sections, I just twirled a little bit because that really helps with a little bit more separation at the hairline, gives you more style. Is this helpful? Hi. Flip your head back.
Yes.
Love to get.
That's the best, guys.
Aw. All right, guys. See you later. Bye bye.